Sarah here from Sarah Softies. So I did a thing today. I went out with some American, Scottish, and Japanese friends, and we went to a local thrift store here and we bought all the pieces we would need for a traditional kimono dressing thing, except for socks and shoes, because we all have big old American feet and we can't wear most of the shoes here. So I'm going to show you some of the things we got, and I'm going to tell you what the Japanese names of those things are. So one of the things I didn't buy, because I already had a few of them, is the underlayer, which is called Hinari. I may not be pronouncing all these right. Also, I can't roll my R's. So Hinari, and that is an underlayer kimono. Normally, like they were all like creams or yellow, like a pale yellow, or pinks were a really popular color. I do own several of these already. They kind of look like robes, like bathrobes. So I was kind of going to turn a few of these into bathrobes because they are silk and they are beautiful. So this is the Hinari. This you put on first. I'm going to put this all on over my clothes. I am wearing a top that is made from a kimono. I also wore pants made from a kimono. So today I went out shopping, so it was kind of fun. But anyway, so first step is the Hinari. I am not putting on all the layers properly because I cannot tie the belts. They're going to be teaching us how to do that very soon. So one of the things I have though is I already own several Hinari. These are, like I said, the underlayer, and there are patterns on them and they are gorgeous. Look at that. I love these. So beautiful. All right, next thing we need is the actual kimono. Now, I own 14 kimonos. I own, like I said, 14 kimonos, so I didn't need to buy one. I did anyway because there was one that was absolutely gorgeous and it was only 500 yen, so about $3. I did buy that one. You know, not my fault. Not my fault there's so much gorgeousness. But one of my more colorful kimonos, I do own a lot of black kimono, and I did learn that the black are supposed to be like for fancy events, so I thought that was really interesting. So this is one of my kimono that I own. Let's get some pattern. There we go. It's like this beautiful seafoam green. So the one goes on, the other one, and it is right over left. Yes, left over right, left over right. There we go. But this is what the bottom looks like. Isn't that pretty with all the beautiful colors? I love the colors. All right, so you have the Hinari, the kimono, and then everybody had to get obi. Now, we know I have a lot of obi. I teach a lot of classes on things to do with obi and kimono, but I have this bucket of obi. I'm gonna grab a random one that doesn't necessarily match what I have. Sorry about that little pause. Got a child coming home. All right, let's see here. What do I got? Ooh, I have too many options. All right, I'm gonna go with this one because I think it's really pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Now this type of obi is pre-folded halfway through, which means that it is a newer style. No, I can't put this on properly. They'll teach me how to do that in a couple months. But everybody had to buy an obi. Obis are the belts that you wear around the kimono. So you put that on. And they put that on all sorts of awesomeness. Oh, they also tie this thing on you somehow. Again, don't know. So everybody had to get an obi. Then once you had your kimono and your obi and they matched, not like these two, then you had to get the next thing, which was the obijima. The obijima I know, I have lots of things, is this cording. So the cording can come like a ribbon where it's like a little thicker. There's lots of different colors. Obviously, I bought a gajillion of them because all of the options. This one I thought was just a really pretty green. I have a kimono that I think would be amazing with this one, with a black obi that I have. Guys, it's terrible. So anyway, So you had to get an obijima, which is the cord, and that is to help hold the obi on around you. And the last thing we all had to get is the obiage. Obiage. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Again, post Sarah will put all the words down here, and I'll even put it in Japanese and in English pronunciations ish. So, obijima, and this is obiage. These are little, well, not really little, they're kind of like scarf looking things. They're very long. And it will go above the kimono, or above the obi, so when that's wrapped around you, and then you have the obi, it kind of peeks out. I think it's to help tie everything together, because you can't really tie the obi onto you, so tying this onto you and tying the cord onto you help hold the obi on. So, yes, that is what we did today. I also learned that short sleeves are for married women. The really, really long sleeves, which I only have one of. Let's grab it. See, this one's so much longer. Woo! Wow, look at how much longer that sleeve is compared to this one. These are for the single ladies. I am not going to copyright this by singing the song for y'all. So this one would be, it means you're single and or looking for a partner. So this would not, I'm not going to say this is for my 13-year-old daughter. She was not looking for anybody yet. But when she gets a little older, by all means, she can have one with the long arms. I can't wait to put all these on. I will post lots of pictures of everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little, whatever this is, of the different kimono and obi pieces. I'm really excited. And I had so much fun shopping. So I will see you guys later when I maybe make something out of these or just show you the grandness of making these or wearing these. It's beautiful. All right. Y'all have a good day.